Hi guys, it's Miss Lohr here, and I am going to be reviewing day 34 on Wednesday. We're doing day 34 of ELA for Wednesday, October 28th, and it is the Rainforest Food Chain Part 1. Your reading is probably only going to take you, I would say, 20 minutes today. And the main idea behind this lesson is that you should be able to explain ideas and their relationships of scientific texts. We're going to be reading Rainforest Food Chains on pages 4 through 11. And there are not any broken links. You shouldn't have any issues with that. Let's take a look at how this is going to go for you today. So on Monday, you should have done some organizing of a story and how it's connected to the theme. And now you're going to be looking at scientific texts. We're going to be trying to find the main idea behind your reading today. So when you're reading about it, you're going to learn how creatures in the rainforest survive. And I want you to be thinking about these two questions. How is a food web different than a food chain? Because they're two different things, a food web and a food chain. And what details on pages 4 through 9 explain the relationship between a habitat and the organism that lives there? There should be details that help you understand a habitat and why the organism lives in that specific habitat. So you'll click here for your book. And then when you're done reading, you're going to answer those questions that you were thinking about in your ELA journal or in your reading journal. These are some important vocabulary words that you're going to come across today. And my suggestion to you is that you look through each one of these. And if there's one that you don't know, that you would take the time to look it up to learn them. This one's decomposers, organism, producers, relationship, predators, prey, scavenger, dense, practical, native, and sustainable. So those are the vocabulary words that you're going to come across today. This next section is finding the main idea using a web graphic organizer. Science books often have pictures, charts, or graphs that help you understand concepts they want you to learn. Those are informational text features. And they can help you understand what the main idea is of whatever it is you're reading. So in your web graphic organizer, in the middle or up on top, you're going to title it Relationship Ideas. And down in the middle, main idea of page 4 through 6. I'm going to put my main idea in the middle. And I'm going to start by what the directions say here is that you're supposed to use headings, graphics, or details from the text to try to figure out the main idea and writing those key details in or around in that circle. So what I did was I started at the beginning when I was reading. I read all of this, and then I thought to myself, what are they trying to tell me here? And I went over to to my web graphic organizer, and I said, animals eat each other, and when they die, decomposers help put them back into the earth and water, and their energy is recycled. So they wanted me to know that. And out of that beginning section, that's what they covered in a short summary. You can use that example of mine for your first circle as well. You'll complete the other boxes as you go through. I would suggest stopping after each section. So, I'm sorry. I got that first information from this first page. I was on my next page. But I would just stop after each section and try to complete one of those circles to figure out the main idea. Here it says, good readers find the meanings of unknown words so that they can fully understand the ideas in the text. So when you come across a vocabulary word in your reading, stop, read the word aloud, and discuss its possible meanings with somebody at your house. If there's no one there to talk to, check a dictionary to see if you are correct, okay? Try to think of a sentence that you could say in your mind using that also. There's 2 words they want you to practice: decomposers and organisms. And so you can do that in your mind, or you can verbally share that with somebody at your house. The next section says you've explained the relationship between concepts in scientific texts. The author of the text includes text features and pictures, which are visuals, to help organize and explain the concepts. And now you're supposed to write an analysis of those text features. So here's a review. It gives a list of different text features: headings, subheadings, boldface, italic, type, text boxes, text boxes, captions, lists, and labels. And some visuals are photos, illustrations, diagrams, charts, and maps. For this writing assignment, you're going to write 1 to 2 pages, it says. You do not need to write 1 to 2 pages. I would say 3/4 of a page is plenty. And it just says, think about how you'd want to organize or clarify information for the reader. And this is what you're going to do. You're going to look at text features and visuals in the passage that you read. Choose 3 different types that you think are the most helpful when you read a science book. And then you're going to describe how those text features or visual things help make the information you're trying to learn easier to understand. So basically, you will click on the link that I provided in our guide for the Google document. And you're just going to choose 3 different types of 3 different types of the informational text features that you think are the most helpful. You can either insert photos and caption them and describe a little bit. But this it'll probably take up 3/4 of a page to 1 page. Please make sure that you're using complete sentences. And when you finish writing, check for like misspelled words or read it to make sure it makes sense. And then you're going to rate your understanding down on the bottom, and you will submit it. It says here that as far as your writing goes for the day, you are not turning that in. So just go ahead and save that in your Google Drive, rate your understanding, and click submit. Great job today, guys. Keep up the good work.